We both come from farming families, and I think it's kind of in your blood, and it's a wonderful way of life for your children and for yourselves. Graham has a love of animals, and he has a way with animals. Like me, I'd probably run the other way with half of them, but you know, he can quieten an animal so easily. And as soon as he got into pigs, he was really looking at the breeds and how to breed better and how to get better pork. And first couple were a little bit not as good, were they, Graham? And then yeah, it just kept him a bit long, and now they're just so good. He just breeds really good pork.
Yeah, my father was a farmer always like that. He was a cane farmer, Dad was. He had a few cattle. I started out, we looked at the dairy before when we first started, and then we didn't go there. We came back to source Queensland for all different parts of properties, but a lot of them didn't have a lot of water. That was our main issue. Then we just came back and we ended up buying a house in Serena, and we found this block up here. Father-in-law gave us a Simmental heifer, and that sort of started us off, and using artificial insemination for cows to breed up the Simmental herd that I had for a while. But this country was a bit too harsh for ticks and that around here. Then we changed to Brahmins after that.
The Greater Whitsunday Food Network, I was probably one of the first members of that organisation. So that's when I came home and I was telling Graham about, pigs and things.
We ended up buying a Berkshire gilt from a bloke down at Tyro, and I ended up with about 30, I think. I only wanted 5. They ended up with 30, all these piglets they had.
We've always tried different things, like Graham said that quite briefly, but I mean there's been lots of things that we've tried over the years. And then of course my time at the Serena Sugar Shed was all about agritourism, so we really look forward to that day when you can open your farm gate and invite people in to see what you're doing. And I mean years ago they were taking bus tours here and coming and having a scone and a cup of tea on the lawn up here, and having a look at animals and talking about their childhoods. It takes a lot of years. I mean, look at us, 35 years, and we're still plodding on, but we're still as innovative and keep on top of things and learn new ideas from people. And I think being part of organisations and having those opportunities gives you that. Without that, then you're on a road by yourself. We have 2 breeds here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Graham. There's Berkshire, and then
it says Berkshire, but it's pronounced Berkshire.
Yeah, okay. And then there's the Old English. I actually like the Old English pork. It's a little bit lighter in colour and not as strong flavoured. But for me, it's all in the crackle. So that's the biggest difference. I don't know why. You go to the butcher shop or you go to somewhere else and you buy your pork chops or your roast pork, and maybe you do get a good crackle, maybe you don't.
I sold a couple of pigs a few years back, and this one person said to me that he said the best tasting pork he'd had around for a long time.
I tried some real bacon and things like that, really enjoyed what we had, and just wasn't liking the product that we were actually getting, and thought, let's bring our product into our restaurant. The fires were here. The fires were over the Serena Range. The fires were from Kamala as well, down this way, and down Kamala Range, and also out Blue Mountain Road were very much affected. We had fires burning over in the hill across from us, which looked quite full on, and round Dunn Road and round that area. But when I see fires or anything, we've had our property almost wiped out by a fire many years ago. And I can remember us really feeling devastated because we'd worked our butt off, and, just finding it hard even to get out of bed. Thinking about, oh my God, we're going to start again, all those fences, all this. And it was black. It looked like a Mad Max movie, and I remember saying to Graham, I don't know what happened. About 3 days after, I remember thinking to myself, get over yourself, Glenys, get up and let's get going. And so I said that to Graham, we're getting up today and and we never looked back. And you know what, 2 days later it rained and our property looked the best. Sometimes something comes up, or, even with COVID-19, there may be some different rules and regulations around things. I mean, maybe the governments and things will think very differently about the way agriculture now sits in Australia and how important it is to have your little local producers around, and this is a sign to tell us all to really change the way we're all living. Got 2 little grandkids, hey, so it's important that they're looked after too, and you know, into the future, and this is what this is all about. It's about our kids now and their kids.